Now we shift gears and we talk about matters of mental wellness. But before that, persons with disabilities drawn from nomadic regions are calling on for their meaningful engagement in public decision and process making and access to job and business opportunities. They say the pastoralist nature of their families is straining their caregivers, and this in the long run affects their mental health. During the 10th Disability Conference of the Northern Nomadic Disabled Persons Organization held in Isiolo County, the myths surrounding the disabled persons in nomadic communities and their need for their representation in their respective counties came up. Yusuf Farah was in attendance and spoke to some of the attendees and filed the following story.
Persons living with disability coming from pastoralist counties in northern Kenya are still fighting for inclusion, representation and advocacy to address the unique challenges they face in their daily lives. During this year's Disability Conference organized by the Northern Nomadic Disabled Persons Organization, these challenges were brought to light.
In the health sector, about 80% of persons with disabilities do not access quality medical services compared to 50% of the general population. Unemployment is high in persons with disabilities as a result of employer perception, discrimination, and academic qualifications.
Most people with disability, and especially people from pastoralist communities, have been left behind matters development. And this is because they are not engaged, they are not consulted, they are not involved.
In a candid conversation with some of the disabled persons, they revealed how they are looked at as a mistake and are usually neglected whenever important family matters are being discussed.
Kwa Samburu kuwa mtu mlemavu unaitwanga woki. Inasema amelaaniwa, huyu amelaaniwa. Sasa unaweka jina ya kudhalilisha. Sasa inaelezwa mfano kama family moja watu wawili disability ikitoka wanaeleza family amelaaniwa anko yake ama amelaaniwa na babu yao.
When the community moves, it is a very big challenge for a person with a disability to survive and in such an environment. So you actually carried when you migrate. Sometimes you are taken to the nearest settlement.
Tuzeme hata kama uko nyumbani hakuna kitu unahusishwa. Kimasomo pia unafichwa. Hata masomo huwezi pata. Si rahisi upate. Kwanza familia wengine wanaficha watoto, hata masomo huwezi pata.
This stigma and neglect takes a toll on their mental health.
Biggest problem usually we have is the attitude from the public, attitude from even the members of the family, attitude from the decision makers.
Sasa hata hawa najidhalilisha na kuendelea kukaa chini na kukata tamaa.
Ilinivunja moyo mpaka kidogo nikarudi hata kimasomo nyuma. Na pia naona watu hata wanafunzi ambao tulikuwa tunasoma pamoja wananitenga, wananiangalia hivi.
Samburu-nominated MCA Osman Dube, however, says despite these challenges, disabled persons need to fight for their rightful place in the counties and petition administrations to push for the disability inclusion agenda.
Ukiangalia Kenya mzima, county hajapata nominated ya disability ni 21. County 21, county 7 ni wafugaji.
Abdia Abdi is a resident in Taylor in Isiolo County, and she has refused to let her disability impede her from chasing her dream of financial independence.
Kama wewe mwenyewe ujajikubali, wewe ni mlemavu, utafika. So nimejikubali.
While pushing for the access to opportunities and inclusion of persons with disability in key nation-building processes, Nondo is still calling on the disabled persons not to let stigma obscure them, but instead come out and take advantage of the already available opportunities presented to them.
Walemavu watokelezee, watafute haki yao, wasome, wajue haki yake ni gani. Ikijua haki yako, unajiendeleza.
Persons living with disabilities insist that inclusivity and equal access to opportunities should be a top agenda of the administration of their respective counties. Yusufar reporting for KBC Channel 1 in the county of Isiolo.